Hi Water Peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is the hot tea for the Water Peeps, believe it or not. So here we are this week in December in 2020. So these are sort of whenever they resonate with you sort of readings, so whenever you see this I guess. But concurrently I've been using the same decks for a little while because I got given this abundance of decks. So I used to just read the Greenwood, which is the main reading, the deck that I use for readings, for personal readings and for our big readings. But I got a whole heap that I'm connecting to. So we're reading through and the books and that sort of stuff because that's where I learned the information. So I sort of like to read it all and read it to you. It's a bit of storytelling, I guess, story time. So first cards are from the Dreamtime reading card deck. So we are going to have a little bit of story time, dream time, story time. What have we got for the Water Peeps for this week? Or your emotional connections you could be watching this for. Yes, we break it up. So at the end of this reading, I'm going to break it up by star sign and tag it in the end in the description so that you can fast forward to yours. If you've been liking my readings and you're here, please hit like and subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 peeps because that way I can do live readings on the tube. Right? So, if you're tuning in, I am an Aussie reader. I've been doing this for a long time. So I only set up my channel recently because, we had time on our hands. Did that and created Jack's Treehouse. Oh, I've got the Dragonfly, which is about clarity, right? So I've seen this card a couple of times. This clarity card is about the Dragonfly. It's about really seeing things clear, things coming clear, seeing things transparently for what they are. Like I'm really connecting for what they are. So what are we saying, Dragonfly? Come on, D, there it is. Between the Death Adder and the Eagle. Dragonfly energy, here we have. So Dragonfly starts life as a really unattractive larvae that lives in water before it evolves into an adult and gains its wings. The period spent in the darkness equips the dragonfly larva for its time in the light and freedom. The dragonfly is associated with the element of air and represents clear thinking and clear knowing. Its transparent wings offer insight and transparency. See? To questions and situations that you may have been facing in your life. Due to its ability to hover and move quickly, the dragonfly is also associated with seeing situations from different angles. Its silence and fleeting dance encourages creativity and freedom as it moves with grace and purpose. Its transparent wings shine with truth and answers. If a dragonfly has shown itself today, you will know that it is a blessing and that the answers you are seeking are not too far behind. It also holds some answers for you in the colour, so take note of that of the dragonfly as well. So some creativity and seeing your life through different angles. You might be seeing something clearer, like in some transparency, something might come to air. Whether it's an air sign, air thing, but different things, different creativity, sort of, by the water side. Okay. So what have we got? This is the Australian wildflower cards. So, a bit of a disclaimer. I got a bit of asthma between two storms here in Sydney, and my lungs are just reacting like that. Gemini moon. With my Gemini moon and the Gemini moon, it was bound to happen. So, anyway, Australian during wildflower cards, because I'm a bit of an Australian wildflower. What have we got for the Water Peeps this week? All right. What have we got for the Water Peeps? Lemon Myrtle Space. Alright, so let's see what it says, the Lemon Myrtle. I haven't read this one. I can guess what space is, but let's see what the Lemon Myrtle actually says to us. It's a healing plant and a food source. Okay, the Indigenous Australians have used the lemon myrtle as a healing plant and a food source. There is need for space, distance, wandering, and opening up, travel, and in general creating space right now. Perhaps this is between you and somebody else. Perhaps this is the need to explore opportunities a bit further. New possibilities are indicated, but they are out there. That was in inverted commas, but they're out there, right? So new possibilities are offered, but they are out there. Lemon myrtle is definitely Lemon myrtle is most definitely connected to new starts and cleansing and fresh thinking. It is also indicated of a deeper understanding of your own beliefs. You need to take account of the connection between the higher energies you may seek and what is below them. What is below them? Open up and let the light in as the time of darkness is passing. The challenge is to be open and trusting, or retreating too early. Ooh. The healing energy supports cleansing, protection, and assists others in travels and fears. Right, so it's talking about fresh thinking and cleansing and deep understandings in your own life. You need to account between you and seek what's below them. All right, open up. So it's either to be open or trusting or retreating too early. Okay, it's interesting. That's an interesting sort of blend inside of there. But it's a little bit of space for you to wander and distance inside of your own mind and reconnect and open up. And there's new opportunities inside of there. And you're going to get some clarity on that. This is great. All right, my hair is doing nothing good today. Okay, 2 days after I wash it. It's never any good. All right, so what else we got? We got the Earth Magic deck. All right, what do we got? 2 cards. 1 card, 2 cards from the Earth Magic deck for the Water Peeps. So, that one. Oh, there's a vision quest, a wandering in the desert, space, and giving yourself space. So we've got a little bit of space at Water Peeps. Just give yourself a bit of a vision quest to find instinctively what's in you, like you, and pulling back, and you'll get some clarity. So you may feel that you've retreated as a little bit of a hermit to go on a bit of a vision quest, right? To find your knowledge, to find your new path, and there's going to be some changes, and there's going to be some stuff in it for you. All right, Water Peep. All right, one more. Any more? And more. One more. Earth Magic. So it's about finding a little fairy inside of you, connecting with the fairies, connecting with those little sentimentals and little old world stuff. You know, it's really sweet. The fairies are really sweet. I've got a whole heap of fairy decks over there. We'll maybe draw one at the end. They're over there. Should have them there, but they're going there. Anyway, so the fairies, and this is a little bit off with the fairies. Let yourself go off and dream and wander a little bit. Like connect with that earth magic. This is an Earth Magic deck, and this is the Earth Magic card. All right, so embracing that little bit of fairy inside of you. A little bit of fae. I'm going to do a fae reading. I like to do the mid-month, because that way I can do a Midsummer Night's Dream one. Or midwinter to the mid. Here we are. So, I like to do the mid-month. So, fae one, which is, I'm calling the Witch's Brew. Because it's a little bit of like Old Kingdom tea. Old Wisdom tea. So this is about building the bridge. Look at that rainbow bridge. This is from the Archetypes deck, right? So this is about building this bridge and reaching out your hands and trusting people and, you know, building the bridge over the emotional bridge, like some sort of water that you may need to cross. Look at that beautiful reflection on the river. All right, so in some places this might be, you might need to build a bridge and get over it sort of stuff, or that is actually reaching out to people from the past, or reaching out to people afresh. All right. So, I'm going to do the self-love pyramid, right? 5 cards for how we got here, 4 cards for the healing element, 3 cards for application in the practical world, 2 cards for our partnerships, and 1 card for our self-love. So, I'm going to turn it down to the table so you can see my beautiful pink glittery top popper, and you can see the cards. Like, cause I like to give you a bit of both, right? And let me see so you can see the edge of the table, because we need that. Okay, got my dragonfly. Clarity. Huh? I got a couple of dragonflies. My brother put one on me too. Alright, 1. The Heartfire. Alright, so this is actually about getting to the heart of the matter. These are those 8 wands, this heaven on earth in our spiritual world. This is actually what we believe in and what makes our heart warm, what makes our heart desires, right? And so this is, you know, really pointing those wands within. This is the one step before respect, and respecting yourself is really working out what your heart desires are and what you believe in. Okay, Water Peeps. Let's see what we got. 4 more for how we got here. All right, following our heart's desires. What warms your house? What warms your heart? Joy. We got joy. This is searching joy. I love these are cranes. In Australia, we have this, the brog are dancing at this time of year, and this always makes me think of that, you know, that out on the plains the brogs are dancing, lifting their feet like waters prancing. If you don't know it, that's how it goes, right? And so this is, Rana, Rana, Rana for Christmas Day. This is Joy. It's Joy. Sorry about that. That's a bit of an Australian Christmas carol for you. I'll be out there on the hits. Alright, so because it's a death, you've been picking from the bones of your old life. What are you going to make from that? You know that there's been an ending. A lot of people had endings. There's a lot of things that have turned over this year, and the seasons have changed for stuff, because we do look for our heart's desire and what that joy is. And sometimes that's ending of other things, but that's picking from the bones of our old life to make our new. What's that? Nutritious. This is like bacon bone soup. This is your bone soup spot just there. You're going to throw it in the pot and make a new you from these bones. Alright, from the bones of the death we make our new life. Well, that's deep. Alright, two more. Two more for how we got here for the Water Peeps. I really love it if you're here. This is fantastic. This has been a really interesting journey for me. It's some really great readings this week that I really enjoy spending time with the peeps. Alright, see, this is the seer, so this is our high priestess. This is really knowing things and trusting things. Your clairaudience, clairvoyance, you're really trusting the energy. You know, there's a disconnect maybe from an old world, so you can believe in this. I know since I stopped doing full-time work that I've been much more in tune to my senses and trying to in tune to the natural world, and all of this, it's been really a good change, but it's because I've embraced the seer and that wisdom of the old world, as I was saying. Love it. And she's connected to the ether. Okay, one more for how we got here. One more for how we got here. That one. Faith, because you've got to have faith. This is a woman of faith. She's not just a woman of faith. She's a woman of action. She takes action. This is connected. This is the same spiritual woman. This is really trusting that spiritual instinct. It's doubled over. All right, they go together. There's a rebirth inside of this card on a spiritual level. Look at her with her wand, her beautiful blooming wand. All right, so four. Our healing elements. What's going to heal? What's going to help us here? Oh, I love this. So this is a night of cups. So this is an emotional night. This guy is the guy who is going to take on the battle of the heart every time. He's going to get back up. He's going to keep on going. He's going to trust his heart, because he's going to jump up that river and he's going to find happiness, right? He's still battling for the heart. So this is either you or somebody that you know, right? So it's a healing element perhaps, is that you're willing to keep battling for what you believe in, but your spirit, but you're battling for your heart. All right, keep on going. He's a strong knight. He's ready to keep on taking on that challenge for his joy and his hearth fire. Okay, Water Peeps. Healing element. All right, Ace of Cups. So this is an emotional new beginning. This is an emotional new beginning from this death and this joy that we're going to put this over the top. This is an emotional new beginning for how we, it's an emotional new beginning. Good. From this, everything. Wonderful. Healing. So this could be somebody connecting this, really take on it. Is it emotionally willing to take on the battle of an emotional new beginning? And that could be you, and that could be some. Yay! What do we got? What do we got? Two more. Well, it's a bit of frustration because we're airing. This is like communication, but 5 of the senses, right? So arrows, communication of the mind, intellect, and this is putting a lot of ideas out there. Some of them are not going to hit. This is like, I'm throwing them all out there. I'm going to hit it. No, I'm not going to hit. But this is talking on a lot of ideas, and it may seem like it's frustration, but it's healing element. This is verbalizing the frustrations, getting them out, talking about them, talking about what it is, talking about stuff. Because when we start things, we've got stuff that we've got to talk through our frustrations. Alright, and according to this death and this spirituality, there's also a little bit of frustration that's sitting here. So we're working where that's going to go, how we're going to apply that. Okay, so, and we're also going to get fulfillment. This is fulfillment on the spiritual plane. You can see those 2 snakes, they're balanced, those balancing snakes of healing. Alright, and these are healing ones. So this is finding that fulfillment and that balance within. Water Peeps. So with your spiritual power, you are going to find that fulfillment. You're honing it in. You're bringing it into yourself to find that balance out your light and dark. Okay. So 3. 4. Our 3 do well. Because that's how we're rolling. Emotional. So this is the emotional queen. So we've got the queen here of faith. This is the queen of water. So this is about emotional connection. This may be about reaching out to your friends. We've got that sitting on the Knight of Cups. So we've got this real nice connection going through from this death, this emotional new beginning. We've got this queen and the hearth fire, that challenge of what you want to get. And this is really connecting with that feminine emotional queen, all right, in this emotional new beginning. But you've come from this death. All right, Water Peeps. Oh, there we are. Ooh. Wheel of Fortune. Everybody gets a spin. We all get a spin, right? This is about letting go. This is about what do we let go of and what do we hold on to, right? And so this is a bit like, you know, we make the colour. We make the colours of our cloak. We get to choose that. Sometimes we're on the top, sometimes we're on the bottom. But we know that the wheel is changing. The death has happened, so we've moved on from that. The wheel has presented its own colours. What you let go of and what you hold on to, it's up to you. All right, so... Alright, we have the Stoat. So, this is really chasing little pieces of spiritual information. This is listening to your intuition. This is seeing the signs and symbols. This is really chasing that faith. This little Stoat, he's like a ferret. He's over here, he's over there. This is a fire sign element child. Like that maybe, but this is looking for little bits of faith and spirit. And you'll feel it. You'll feel those bits and coming to you inside of this change. And you look at it as you go. It's really connecting with your emotional feminine and this part, but this is still looking for these. You'll see the signs and symbols to where you need to go. The world is changing, but these signs and symbols are going to come your way. Okay, 2 for your partnerships. 2 for your partnerships for the water people. And then we're going to do individual star signs after we do the self-love card. Right, so 2 for the self-love. Here we go. I'm shuffling for a long time, you know, and sometimes I've been waiting for them to jump. That one actually just put itself into place and it's jumping. Alright, so before I started this, I never actually waited for them to jump. I did them a different way. I cleaned the cards, and when I cleaned the cards, they started jumping, and this is when I started the channel. So, and I invented this reading just before I started the channel. So this is about jumping. This is trusting yourself. This is spreading your rainbow wings and jumping. Your spirit's already done it. Your spirit's already made the jump. It's just you who needs to follow. And this is inside of relationships and in your partnerships. People are like, jump, water people. We're happy to see you take on a new life, this new emotional new beginning, and connecting with that wheel that's changing. There's been passion all the way down to here. And so I'm going to take those 2. And this is passion. This is the balance of this queen. This is the masculine balance. This is like spiritual, passionate, sexual energy, masculine, like masculine divine, pushing that. And he's really connected. He's really connecting himself. So we've actually got all bar the knight on the table inside of here in the passion department, in the court of the passion department. So we have the queen and the king, and we have the child inside of here, in all the passion areas inside of this, and in this partnership leading down to this partnership line. They're all in here. Fulfillment. That line is all led by fulfillment of your passion and your heart. Jump. There's something passionate. Jump. What do we got for our self-love card? Take on the challenge. Physical challenge. This can be making your money. This is making your world. These mad March hairs, boxing it out, right? Go through your frustrations, work them out. This is the time to put them on the table so that you can get this fulfillment. But this is about deriving, and this is the energy of what's going on in the planets this next couple of weeks. Because on the 21st, the summer solstice here in the southern hemisphere, we have like Jupiter and Saturn doing the Bethlehem star thing, going to be bright in the sky. This is taking on the physical challenge, being incited by it. That's the self-love. You make the hope, you make the change, you take the action. Clarity will come. And you're going to be inspired to build bridges on your vision quest and your earth magic. Take on the fairies. Right, so this is great. I love it. Individually, we're going to go into the star signs. So first, I'm going to start with Cancer. Okay, yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. All right, thank you for being here, Cancer. I'm so happy that you are. I'd love it if you hit like and subscribe. Here's 3 cards for you to go with this. Judgment. Okay, so you may have judged yourself harshly along the way. You might be feel the judgment of others. You might be in some sort of litigation, which is judgment of its own accord. This is a hierophant. This could be about contracts and actually like marriage and those sort of things can be inside. No, this is judgment. Like, this is judgment. So we're really talking about what's scary. What's scary that's not... We want to take that away. We want to take away the judgment. We want to take away what's scary and keep our eye on the path. Cancer, that's the idea of this card, right? And it looks like it's so big, and we watched all of those other things that bear, and then you look at that, and that's your path. Keep your eye on the goal, no matter what anything else is going around. You keep your eye on that goal. That's where you need to go, Cancer. All right, so that's an interesting start. Well, no matter what anybody else says about your spiritual path, about your passion, about how that's all working inside there, this is your path. Alright, so that can be your judgment too. That's your insecurities or the insecurities of what's going on around you. But this is about fulfillment. Ooh, so we have the 2 in here, Cancer. So this is the 2 partnerships and air, so intellect. So intellectual partnerships. Sometimes you can see this, that the bow is broken and the scales are tipped and she's blinded to something, but she's protected. But she can't see it. So there may be information. The seer sometimes says that information is going to come up, this faith and this thing. So there may be things that have been hidden from you that haven't been exposed. So people may be talking behind your back that you're actually feeling this judgment. But there's something inside of the scales inside of this. All right, let's see what comes of this. Cancer, what's in for you? You got to take on the challenge. It's your spiritual path. It's your divine. It's your... it's your... You know, you've brought this all together. You've got the King, the Knight of Cups in here, and the Queen of Cups, and then we've got all the Passion Court. It's you know, and there's Seer over the top of this. It's saying that you have made a spiritual choices to bring joy into your life from this change. All right, so this is a healing card. This is balance. This is finding that balance. Finding that balance. And look, it is. There it is. Finding that balance. Right. Finding that balance. And this is about passion and faith. And this is like a Sagittarius card. All right, so this is really talking about your light and your dark and really finding that balance within you. And finding your healing. This is a pause card to find your healing inside of all of this judgment and this injustice. There's a spot in here for you to heal with your passion inside of this. All right, Cancer. It's pretty intense. You've got to take on the challenge. You can't give up. Can't give up, and it's about faith and passion. You've got both on your side here. You've got emotions and your passion. These are both the passion suits that are sitting in here. Okay, you'll find healing from whatever is inside of that. That's what that last card says there, Cancer. Thank you very much. All right, so next we have, what have I got next? Scorpio, thank you for being here, Scorpio. Right, so we got 3 cards for you. Let's see what we've got going on top of all of this week. Take the passion, take it on. There's a lot of passion inside of this and a lot of emotions inside of this. Right, and so we've got a few things to talk out to be about seeking fulfillment and how this world changes for you, Scorpio. And we've got instruction. So this is about you giving instruction, or this is about you taking instruction. This is about you taking a course, or you being the master and teaching a course. Really teaching people and showing your intellect and how you're working with that, or really, you know, opening up your childlike mind and opening up for a new course and a new bit of intellect to come your way. So the 1 being the master and the 0 being the fool, the child inside the fool. Okay, and jumping. So this could be about jumping into a course and new intellectual pursuits, or being the master and showing that. Okay, Scorpio. Because that 1 step after dedication and controlling the mind is this card, this instruction. So dedication is really like honing in on what you're being dedicated to inside of your mind, right? And you know, doing your positive affirmation stuff and keeping yourself in that positive state. That 1 step after that. Ooh, all right, so this has got a power in it. This is an earthy power. This is actually an Aries sort of card. But see how in here we've got this masculine drive inside of here and this earthy connection to, this is like a synergy, really being connected to the earth. This guy is connected to the earth and really in control of what that is in that earthly plane and fired up with his passion. All right, so he would be a knight of, he's the emperor. So he's that 1 step over the King of Wands inside of that passion. On a really earthy plane. All right, so really breaking into that. All right, so breaking into the Mars energy of the Scorpio just there. All right, one more. I feel like it's that one. Oof. Strength. All right, and so we have a communication inside of this card. When you see the links and you see the eagle, and because they're the suit cards, they're the court cards of the masculine court cards for the air signs, right? So we're really talking this nice masculine strength of communication in here, but we're also communicating from our faith. We're communicating from our heart. This is a strength inside of our purpose, and the sun shines on it, giving us that warmth inside of what you've got going on here. It's very prosperous inside of there, very strong. Scorpios, thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. So I have Pisces, last but not least, my beautiful Pisces. Here we are. I have 3 cards to go with this challenge with you. So we've brought our water into here. We've brought our passion into here. On an emotional level, it's time to jump and take the challenge. On a passionate level, in our faith, in our spirit line, it's time to, you know, take a jump and take on that challenge of passion inside of our life. Physical challenge. All right, so what have we got for the Pisces? 3 cards for Pisces for this week. What have we got? 3 cards for Pisces this week. Okay. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. All right, so 3. They're all 4. Okay, they've all come out. So we've got links, which is, this is a communicative energy. This is the king of communication. He is really going to talk to you about what he thinks and challenge you and your intellect and those sort of things. This could be you. This is embracing that sort of thing, really being just like communicating yourself without putting all of the emotions into it and all of this passion and stuff. It's really communicating it on a very clear, succinct level so that other people can hear what you're saying inside of there. All this king and somebody who's communicating with you. Okay, so I then have responsibilities. So this is responsibility for your faith. All right, so before this is respect, where we respect and we draw our boundaries and we know who's inside of that boundary and who's outside of that, and we respect our faith and our decisions to be who we are. This here, responsibility, is taking those sticks and saying, these are my sticks, I'm taking responsibility for my sticks. These are my sticks, I love my sticks, I made my sticks, I'm carrying my sticks home, you can't have my sticks. Alright, so this is taking responsibility for your faith and everything that has brought you here to this point. Alright, and communicating that. Because we've been reflecting on our past and how we got here. And this reflection card is the Hangman. You can see the person transition in the back in the boat over there. That's your soul just waiting and seeing, removed from all this passion, removed from all of this emotion. A bit like this king, but this is a bit more the Lady of Lake. You can see that, but it's still got our passion here with the queen, our heroine in there, which is our emotional woman inside of this. Right, and this jump inside of here, but inside of this transition, this is taking a moment to look back at your life with introspection, and actually take a moment to be detached from it, to see how you got here and how you made this responsibility that you're communicating. And one more, we've got the spark of life. This is passion, this is kapow, this is take it by the balls and drag it everywhere, it's yours, right? This is your passion, your faith, kapow, it's yours, it's spiritual in the beginning, it's everything that you're working towards. All right. Well, Pisces peeps, I hope you really enjoyed that, because that's really stunning, amazing. Take on the challenge. It's time to take on the challenge this week. I love that you've been here. Thank you very much, my Pisces peeps. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you on the run. Do run. Catch you later. Bye.